Ready? I'm going to hit the button now.
No, I've been waiting for a while now. So.
No, I'm going to hit the intro right now. This is it. We're gonna start. Yeah, this is the podcast. Let's do this.
The button.
That's the button.
Changes
Are you saying
everything.
something right now?
He loves to throw us off with it. He's like,
Yeah, what is he?
that was a
is he
good
doing the
tagline.
mic
This is
thing?
the podcast. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's fine. People are like, oh, we're doing a loop. We're doing it again. No. I don't know why it does that. It always loops. It's really weird. I should have turned that off. But welcome to another fantasy football show. I am Justin here with Jacob and Taylor. I may sound a little different today. I just want to address this because I don't want to put my illness in your eardrums. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to
Actually,
get
don't want
infection.
anybody to feel sorry. Let's just
Gotta
stop this
address
for a
the
second.
elephant in the room.
No, let's
Justin's
stop
like,
it. No, the elephant is this man, Justin Rob Doyle that's his name's under about. He didn't
Thank
even want to come for you guys today. This is week 7, and he wanted to say 6 words.
he was LP in practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He wasn't
I took
DNP.
LP.
He wasn't DNP. Yeah.
No. I mean, look, my notes are in. Like, I'm locked in. Right, I'm doing my best.
He did his
I'm trying
homework,
to give you,
but
I'm trying to
he's
give you
just
the
like-
flu game right now. All right.
No,
That's what we're here for.
no, don't please no.
I'm not defending him for the flu game, but I will give a little insight. Justin, voice actor, making all our intros and outros, all that good stuff. His voice is his most prized possession, and that's
It's a little
injured
weird
right
right
now.
now.
So
It's a
my
little
middle
injured
name is
right now.
Jordan. That's the closest thing we got to the flu game in this certain podcast we got going on here.
That's good. That's good. At least we're like really semi close. But
For sure.
We're gonna dive into obviously the injury.
Yeah, let's
rundown,
talk some
dudes and duds.
actual injuries.
Yeah.
not
Well,
just,
let's let's get into the injuries before we get into our normal segments, and I'll let Jacob handle the load today.
So a couple of injured Cardinals real quick. Marquise Brown's a big one, big loss for my lineup for sure. He was absolutely balling out in Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins comes back at the right time, so that's one to look for on Thursday. James Conner reported game time decision with ribs. We're leaning towards no, the Pro Football Docs are, because he has a tendency to not play through rib injuries, as I think we've talked about on past podcasts.
There's words that say he said them.
Yeah, short week, so he missed Sunday, so short week, you can expect him to be out. Rashad Bateman back at practice with his foot. That's a good sign, maybe related to the Dion Jackson signing. We'll get back to later. Rashad Bateman apparently wasn't too pleased with the signing of the deep threat. Darren Waller missed practice on Wednesday with a hamstring. That was before the bye, but we covered that a little earlier on the website, just saying hamstring for a tight end, especially route running tight ends, usually multi-week. So don't expect to see him this week. Adam Troutman with the left ankle, not going to make it for this Thursday game. I believe he's ruled out already. Olave is active after his concussion last week. Michael Thomas, I don't think he's going to play football again. I kind of want him to, but like,
He's
I'm
so
just kidding.
good, but
That's
we just-
extreme.
yeah.
But like,
Don't say
he
that.
just- why would he tease us? He came back and he had two touchdowns, like a touchdown back-to-back weeks. He was looking great, and then now it's toe.
Jameis and
It's
him,
been
remember
like
they had
4 weeks.
They had
Like,
an interview together. They looked like they were about to do it.
toe's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
he's coming back from the ankle, and then I don't know which toe was injured, but you can assume it's turf toe. If that's on the
He's
right foot,
literally-
that's not good. If it's on the left foot, it's also not good. 'cause
He's
the-
literally the
yeah.
ultimate like can't sell, can't start, like wasteland on your bench. Can't drop.
Not-
Like you've
not
seen-
on
'cause
IR.
If he didn't play a game the entire season, I'd already drop him. He'd be gone. But I saw production, and I'm like, man, it'd be nice to get that back. And he's just gonna sit there and waste a spot for the whole season. I hate
It'd
it.
be nice to be able to use the IR spot for guys that you know are going to be out. Like I know because the new IR rules are weird. Like there's a lot of roster flexibility with guys. So you'd see guys gone 4 weeks that aren't put on IR, but they just missed 4 weeks, like Michael Thomas, and then you just got to eat a roster spot like that.
We should get we should have like one you're a bum spot, like bum. Just this guy's.
BUM. Yeah.
Yeah. bum,
James
like,
Conner's
yeah,
in that spot
yeah.
this week, dude.
It's not
He's-
his fault. Like, yeah, sure. It's like something might be going on. I don't know enough information. I'm gonna call you a bum.
He's a bum, or he's got a
spot.
bum something, bum
Yeah,
knee,
something's
bum
bum.
ribs, something's bum.
Someone that's questionable that is not playing.
You know that he's not
Yes,
playing.
yeah.
It should be a guy that has a designation, questionable, doubtful, whatever it is. But you know he's not playing. You put him in your bum spot. If he does play, you get burned. You can't use him. But at least you get that extra roster spot.
Guys, are we doing this?
I like that.
No, some leagues doubtful you can put on IR because that's basically like 1-2% chance. But the bum spot, if we want to trademark it, now's the
You're
time.
like-
yeah.
Because I'm gonna bet that this guy's either not gonna play or be a bum. So let me pick someone up. That's the logic behind it.
Now we're
what's the-
betting.
okay,
we're
now-
betting on it too now.
So
Well,
here's the thing.
I'm in my
Yes,
mind. you know,
yes,
a mental
yes.
wager, which is all the wagers I do.
All the
I'm
wagers.
immediately going into merchandise right now. What's the shirt say? Like in your bum spot, or like put them in your bum spot? Like what? What's the shirt?
Whoa.
So we first off,
Whoa, the
no one
pause.
ever gave you the merchandising.
We got a
titles
merch.
for
It's
anything.
merch, bro. If we're
We got it.
trademarking bum, We're
he
putting
brings,
it on shirts.
He brings up a good spot. Brings up a good point. We got to call it something else.
Yeah,
You're
like,
not,
no. I like
I'm not
the
putting
bum.
guys in my bum spot. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
That's a
well,
different
let's move
podcast,
on.
yeah.
Also, I'm clipping that. That's the promo. We just did it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Randall Cobb gone for a couple weeks. High ankle sprain. We'll talk about the Packers wide receiver room, but it's getting thinner and it was already non-existent. So Tua Tagovailoa back from a concussion this week. We'll cover that all week on the website. Very interesting to see just how that whole situation played out with the Dolphins and Bridgewater, and then now Kenny Pickett's FP after concussion on Sunday. So we'll be tracking all that ahead of the Sunday night game. Let's get into dudes and duds, Justin.
Dudes and duds.
All right, I'll go first. Get it out of the way, so I don't have to. I can just listen to you.
Off on the
guys.
mic or something.
He's like he's sounding better. He just needs to get warmed up.
I
No,
just
it was all-
that's
it was
it.
all a
The more
lie.
I
It was all
talk,
a
yeah,
lie. Yeah.
it is. I'm faking it the whole time.
It's like second quarter. He's hitting his stride.
No, my dude this week, and it kind of
5
makes me
minutes
upset. And it kind of makes me upset, but I'm gonna.
All right, 2 minute warning.
49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, 11 targets, 8 receptions, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. I don't think you can consistently get that from him, though, and I know that for a fact because I had literally just sold him the week before, thinking I wasn't going to see anything from him, or I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I did him a little 2-for-1er, getting
You're
a
like the
guy
good
that.
luck. You're like the good luck Chuck of trading.
Yes, yeah. So you're welcome, everybody
movie, by the way.
who's an Ayuk owner out there. But yeah, it was a great game. I hated to see it on someone else's team, but I don't know what I mean. There's may or may not be a 49ers fan in here. Is that like what are you expecting from Ayuk the rest of the season there?
Well, did the guy you traded to, did he play him right away or did you bench him?
He did. He played him right away. I was like,
Well, you make a
come
trade
on.
like that,
That's-
you're putting them in. Yeah.
See, that's one
Yeah.
of the few people that had Ayuk active because he hadn't done anything. And
Right.
the offensive line is just you already without Trent Williams, and then now you lost Mike McGlinchey. They're not chasing a lot of games. It's a lot of like tight defensive run games, and Debo's the short yardage guy. So I think this is great for Ayuk. Obviously, the breakout game he's been needing, and fantasy owners been needing, but don't expect it week to week. The Niners got down early to the Falcons, and we're chasing the whole game.
Can I go out of order? Excuse me. Now I'm sick. Apparently,
Yo,
transferred
whoa,
to me.
whoa,
I know.
it's contagious.
Watch out!
Wait a
I'm
minute.
scooting
Excuse
over.
me. No, can I do my dud? I know it's out of order.
Yeah, do it.
It's like perfectly to this. So this is why I think why Jeff Wilson's my dud, 7 carries, 25. I think it correlates because now that you had McGlinchey out, Trent Williams is out, they weren't able to run the ball at all well. So what they went back to is drawing board, get Jimmy in there. Jimmy is not a bad quarterback.
Slants, little ins,
Yes.
3-yard ins and stuff.
Ayuk is able to do that. Debo is really good at yak. So like what that wasn't as open this time, and Ayuk was. So 11 targets shows that it was open a lot. The same, the routes that he was running. So I didn't mean to interrupt there on your
that's
your
perfect.
dude, but
No, that's it.
why
My dude
why
is
it
done.
transferred to my dud because I think Wilson was not able to carry the ball well, and they saw the pass game working.
7
So-
carries. That's all you need to see.
Yeah, he usually gets 100.
Mhm.
And if you look at the whole,
Shanahan loves to run the ball even when it's not working.
the whole rest
Sticks
of
to
the
the run the
team.
whole time.
I know they were down 14, but 7 from Wilson, 3 from Jimmy. Debo had 2, and you had 4 from Coleman, who had 3 yards. So Coleman, I guess, was a one-hit wonder, like Vanilla Ice. It's fine. But other than that's what it correlates to is that these 2 bookend tackles are massive part of the run scheme that Shanahan, Mike McDaniel ran before. So it's very key that they were able to adapt. I know they lost the game, but they are able to adapt to a passing attack, and that fit Ayuk's pattern. And
They have the pieces. Jimmy just needs to get up ball out quick if there's 2 tackles down. So that's something to track this week. They play against Chiefs. That's going to be a track meet for the Chiefs.
So
But-
if you have diamond hands and you were holding them the whole time, right? Except for me, I just let him go right away. Are you selling Ayuk now? Like I feel like
Yes.
if I had him now, I'd be like trying to get anything. Like you got
you arguably did
currency.
the best one. Yeah, you sold him a week before. Hopefully you got something good. But now, like you said, are you holding on to him or are you
No.
you keep
No.
you keep
Selling.
selling? Yeah.
See, I that's the thing is now I think even with the way this season's going, if I see somebody who's like middle, like just mid the whole season, and if they pop
Mid.
off,
Yeah.
I'm selling them, bro. This fantasy season's been so weird.
You're the wheeler and dealer. You just
Yeah,
like,
I
you
love a good
He
trade.
loves
Like
a trade.
I'm always
your
I'm
roster's
always
hot
trying to find.
potato. You just can't wait to get rid of the guy.
No, but that's the thing is like he's not been consistent. You get one boom game. A lot of
Do
fantasy
it.
football
Yeah.
players.
He's the hottest
see
player
that.
on your absolutely.
All right, speaking of one-hit wonders, we'll go to my dude. Unfortunately, the one-hit wonder, Dion Jackson, 12 carries, 42 yards, 10 catches on 10 targets for 79. That's that's the X factor right there for Dion Jackson was Nyheim Hines being out. Jonathan Taylor needed another week on that ankle. He's LP this week, so he's going to be back. Dion Jackson picked up a quad, running all over the place, all over Taylor's matchup, with Justin.
Yep.
Single-handedly
All
pretty much
over
beat you, which I'm sure you're not the only one out there, but Dion Jackson deserves an honorary shout out because we won't really see him again this year. Nyheim Hines is good.
For sure.
He's back from his concussion.
Do you remember Johnson from the Browns? I don't want to butcher his name.
Demetric Johnson.
Dearness, something like that.
Dearness Johnson.
Yeah. So
Demetric Felton.
Demetric.
Yeah.
Demetric. Demetric system is what we use in not America. Anyways.
In Felton territory, yeah. No, Johnson, I remember Chubb was out and Hunt was out. He was the man for that one game. That's what Jackson is. It's good that they have something like this. It's crazy to me that he even caught one ball. So 10 is crazy.
He caught all of his 10 targets.
He was
against Jacksonville. They have a good defense,
and he's not known for that. So that's something that you can't really do. So what's it called? You can't go over here. I'm recording.
Yeah, it's a good dude.
You
can 100%. I have obviously a personal attachment to this dude because, like you said, he put in some work in a matchup that was very important to me.
I know you got an attachment, but please drop him. He's not gonna be relevant.
I either already did. I did try to trade him like crazy. But
that's what I mean. That's why I don't like you. You say yourself as a wheeler and dealer, but you're giving out snake oil.
He's trying to trade Devontae Parker for 3 weeks, and then he's gonna drop him next week.
When he had that 150-yard game, he's like, "Oh, Devontae Parker." He had no catches the next game.
Yeah.
Don't try to.
You're trying to trade guys that are going to sit on waivers for 2 weeks.
I'm not trying to swindle anybody. I'm just trying to take
your
bench player, that like deep bench player that I might like a little better, and as opposed to dropping him if somebody sees
a swindler.
Red.
It feels like a swindle. That's why no one trades me, Justin.
Let's not high stakes swindling going on over here, okay?
But there's low stakes swindling.
I'm like under the tax
take that
line.
penny
Like, the
stock
IRS
off your
isn't
hands
going
there,
to. The IRS isn't going to see
Leonardo
these
DiCaprio?
transactions.
Don't take my penny stock from me.
Yeah,
I'll give you this $5 bill, and I'll take your $6 bill.
Yeah, that's what he's
I might
doing.
be interested. I don't know. Let's see. I've never seen a $6 bill though.
See?
So we'll see.
You might as well take a shot.
It's disgusting.
All right, who's your dude, Taylor? You went out of order.
I went on a limb. So all my IDP league lovers, you got some crazy stuff from Alex Singleton this week. 19 solo tackles, and before everybody's trying to make fun of me about him making a dude, that's the second most solo tackles since 1994. That's incredible. Usually IDP leagues, you get 1 point per tackle. So if you're getting 19 points from one defense player, I don't want to do. Justin did way better research with his Carlson thing last week, but I'm sure 19 points is better than a lot of players last week.
I don't want to go out on a limb here, but he might be the best fantasy player on the Broncos.
Yeah,
that's gross.
Did anybody score?
No.
That's 7 right there. I'm trying to chunk it. I'm trying to do the math. If anyone, what's it called? Greg Dulcich, probably the only one. I don't even know if he did enough catches to do it.
We need to talk about Greg Dulcich.
We will. I don't know if we're saying his name right.
I think it's Dulcich.
Dulcich.
How do you say the milk cake? The Mexican milk cake? Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche.
That's
Dulce de leche.
Yeah, that's Greg de leche. Anyways,
I got the curly brown hair or something.
I'm trying.
So yes, for all you IDP league people out there, there are literally dozens of you. That's your guy.
Shout out from Taylor.
No, I went to the expo last year. There's at least 15, so that's good for them. Maybe Alex Singleton had more tackles than IDP players. Maybe
I'm guessing a lot of those tackles were on Eckler's 14 targets.
No, for sure. Excuse me. But that's really impressive. He's not going to ever do this again, so that's why we need to congratulate this. But I'm impressed by that. I don't know what else to say. That's awesome. I didn't even know this because there's not much I'm like, target share. I don't have much.
Just give him the dude stamp, right place, right time, 19
right
times.
Right on the forehead. Yeah. Dude. And then the best part about this is I didn't even know it was a record until I looked it up because I was in my head, I kept on saying 19 tackles. That's a lot.
Felt like a lot.
So yeah, that's good for him. That's my dude.
Nice. Okay, so you already said your dud, Taylor.
Yeah, I went out of order. I apologize.
Yeah. No, you're good. It made sense. So let me go to my dud. I'm gonna pick Aaron Jones, and I don't know.
You're a Packer fan.
I'm a Packers fan, but yes, I'm not gonna say anything. Is that
a combo dud of him and AJ Dillon?
They're both been really bad, and I don't know how long. I feel like they're getting passes though. I feel like what's weird is, especially specifically Aaron Jones. He's not been horrible, although this week 9 carries, 19 yards. That's bad. 3 receptions for 25 yards. It helps a little bit, but they're also like they keep having the built-in excuse of we're not getting the focus, we're not getting the workload. Like what's
Can I tell
Aaron
you a
Rodgers
little
doing at the line?
like just like from like watching it, it's just because they're not scared of Rodgers. You're not going downfield enough, so like I'm just gonna focus on stopping the run.
Stack the box.
Yeah,
there's
like-
the whole thing about Rodgers not throwing deep, and he's playing into that by
Like
also not throwing deep.
you rushed the ball 20 times last game, but I mean, like you said, 41 yards from Dillon, 19 on one run, so that's half the yards right there. And that's 9 carries of ineffective running. Like you said, Jones 9 for 19, that's 7 on 1, so that's 12 on 8. It's not good because I'm not scared. Rodgers is throwing 10 times to an ACL recovery, Tanyan. These catches aren't big catches. He only had 90 yards. Yeah, Lazard had 4 for 76.
I know Devontae Adams was obviously the biggest loss from that offense, but Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's the deep threat, right?
Yes.
He cleared everything out, and now that's Romeo Doubs has to do it, but
and he's not doing it
he's
enough.
not doing it enough
We
because he has
don't
to do
really
every
have
other
a
role
deep
because
threat.
he's the only guy.
Christian Watson's supposed to be the deep
Yeah,
threat.
He was
but
also
he
too,
can't.
but Dobbs is coming in. Yeah.
He inherited Deshaun Jackson's hamstrings, apparently, unfortunately.
Don't
Maybe
say
they
that.
should
Come
have.
on.
Maybe they should have
Who
got
makes
him.
it back first, him or Kadarius Toney?
Come on. Probably
Could-
Tony, right? I
You
don't
hear
know.
the pain in that pause?
Can I
Ow.
say you what? Tony has a hamstring on both legs.
Yep.
Okay.
Watson
it's
is
not
just
good.
in one leg?
Yes. It's just a re-aggravation of the one
Okay.
he had before.
Can we not wish ill will on Christian Watson? He's just
No,
a
not
boy.
at all.
He's just
We're
a
not-
boy.
I'm-
All right.
No one's
That's-
no one. Don't
that's
get
your glass-
sensitive. No
your
one's
glass-
doing that.
That was your glass half full right there. He's making it back for Kadarius Toney.
That's good. That
Congrats.
feels good. Anyway, dud Aaron Jones. Would you be interested in buying Aaron Jones at this point? Like the owner's probably not happy with him. Like, would you be interested in like having?
I
Aaron
don't know
Jones
a
on
lot of
your
leagues
roster?
that have him like as a like. I think you can get a lot of stuff for him still. He's one of the top 5,
I don't
8
think
running
you-
backs that were
I don't
drafted
think you're
this
giving
year.
him up. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's deep in the year, but you can't just give up on him.
As
You're getting
every
no
week-
value for him.
Again, like I said, I'm always trying to shake down people who have players I'm interested
See,
in.
now he's a shakedown.
No,
See, that's
no,
what I mean.
see,
Now you know
not a
you're a
swindle, but it's a
criminal. You're a
shakedown.
criminal.
There were talks, and remember we talked about it last week before
Lock him up.
Devontae Adams'
said
bye
it.
week. Before Devontae Adams' bye week, we were wondering if he's going to
Yep.
get suspended, and obviously he's on a bye, but he just came off a pretty big game. I'm trying to cash out. I was talking to the Aaron
What are
Jones
you
owner.
cashing out from? I don't even want to get mad. Sorry, Raiders fan.
I told
What
you
are
last week.
getting
If you
cashed-
listened last week, I don't. It's Derek Carr. He's not getting the volume. You know what I mean? I'm
17 targets. 17 targets.
in week 1, and
No.
now he had 5 targets for 3 catches in his last game, but he scored 2 touchdowns, long ones.
No one else is getting that volume there, though.
I don't know.
I would
5
say if
targets?
it's like, oh,
I don't
like,
know how that's possible.
no, like if you were saying like,
no one else
oh,
getting 5 targets.
Adams isn't getting, they're not though.
You're right,
there's-
but I don't.
Well, that's sad. Then I don't want to.
you guys
do
were
that.
supposed to be
It's
a
because
great passing attack this year.
I wouldn't do it because Waller's not going to be there. I know it's going to be
It's
a
gonna
lot
be
more.
Adams.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
the
know.
one drop
Well, I
off.
didn't. Yeah.
I would say is you should have known the stats were going to drop off a little bit from Rodgers to Carr, regardless of what they were saying out there equal. I don't know what they're doing there.
Najee
Right.
Harris for Aaron Jones straight up. Are you doing it?
No,
I don't think so. No.
I don't.
No,
I think
no.
you need to rely on Aaron Jones still.
I keep Aaron Jones
Najee
for
Harris.
that.
Remember the one thing we said with Pickett, why he shouldn't even full practice, and that's BS. He shouldn't have done that. But the one that they like wrote L and they like made an F out of it. I don't know. But
like on the test, yeah.
yeah. But the one thing, their offense line's horrid. They've actually been playing pretty decent. I saw Pro Football Focus put out a pretty bad list of the top offensive linemen going in this week. They had Ravens at 4. Ravens are crushed on the offensive line side. So Steelers are playing better than they were supposed to on paper, but they're still a bottom 5 unit. So I just don't like, even with Harris' ability, Trubisky hasn't really shown that he's dumping off well. Pickett's a field stretcher. So
He's not looking at him.
you need to rely on Harris to officially run, and he has yet to do that. So
Mhm.
if you want to sell him, yeah, but I don't see him getting any better. I know he got the still played out. If you have a good game next week, then swindle away maybe. But
It was the same
yeah.
usage and same effectiveness
Yeah.
last week. So
it's tough to watch right now until things improve.
I know those are Justin's 2 swindle opportunities. So
Yeah. No,
he's
I'm always
licking his
looking.
chops.
Now, Jacob,
Uh,
what's your dud here?
My dud is just like another guy I'm sad about. Elijah Moore. He doesn't even know what's going on, why he's not being targeted. So it's a shame
That makes
that
me
he
happier
goes.
though. You know what I mean? Because I like at least
Does
he
it?
knows that there's something wrong going on.
I feel like the track record of wide receivers that speak out about not being targeted is not good. About next week, oh, you get 10 targets. Like, no,
They're gonna get 0.
they're gonna get 0 because the coach has proven a point.
But
or
he had 0 this week though, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
you can only go
get
up from
zero.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly
like
what
that
I'm
glass
saying.
half full.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
week before was 4 targets, 1 catch for 11 yards. I think that's just Zach Wilson related. I don't really know that. Like
He had 110 yards.
Then they put up like 40 points, and he didn't really do anything besides dump it off to Brees Hall.
Yeah, and he had 27 this week, and they killed the Packers.
Yeah.
Sorry, Justin. Davis 2 catches, 52. Uzuma 2 for 17. 1
He's
catch
not
for the rest.
completing much.
He's not.
Yeah.
It's 110 yards.
Flacco is way better for that offense.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson. Ask him. He had 1 catch for 8 yards last week. Garrett Wilson does much
It's
more.
just too, like Elijah Moore's second year, he's supposed to make a jump, and then Garrett Wilson had some promising first couple games, and then Zach Wilson just sapping that value. And it's the running back show there. I think everyone was right to target Brees Hall in that offense because
20 carries, 116 a touch.
and that's who he's dumping off to, and he's making plays.
Absolutely.
All right, let's speed through these leftovers. There's a little list. Well, I would say a little. It's actually there's
I
a lot of
increased it.
leftovers.
I increased it.
This looks like
We don't got-
Thanksgiving.
We don't got to
This is
get
like-
them all. Yeah, leave
This is
them
the
on the
day after
plate.
Thanksgiving leftovers. But let's get to it.
The leftovers.
That's never not slow. That's never not too slow. It's
His
always
voice.
like,
He sounds like a nut.
You added a little. Right
Yeah,
there.
was that him or
That was
no,
impromptu. I like
yeah,
it.
No, that was me. I'm just, I don't know.
All right.
Uh,
I feel like this was the whole podcast. You know, the beginning was good, but we've been waiting all week just to get to this. Robbie Anderson. What do we make of this man?
Do you want me to go or
I'm not
Justin
talking.
should
Just
go
everyone
first.
go at once.
I'm not talking. State your
I'm
piece
so
about
excited.
Robbie Anderson.
I'm
What?
so excited for him.
He got
Yeah.
kicked. Everyone, I love all the DJ Moore jokes. Like DJ Moore's just gonna come slap the coach because that got you traded like the next day.
Yeah.
He gets kicked off the sideline in Carolina against the Rams, and immediately the next day is on the Cardinals. I've never seen a trade so quick, but I've never seen someone's fantasy value get boosted by a trade so quick.
Well, it's because of Marquise Brown out. If Marquise Brown was there, then I'd be like, probably the trade wouldn't
Whatever,
happen.
yeah.
But I would just be like, oh, he wouldn't even make it behind AJ Green. But now he slots in that deep role. Like Hopkins is even going to take away from his role. I got this
Because
week.
Hopkins ain't a deep threat anymore. He's
No.
a little older. He's going to be in intermediate routes. He knows those routes.
I
He's
still
going to
think
be
he's
the
gonna be
Kyler safety
good.
blanket. He's
Yeah.
still going to be good.
But Robbie's just going to catch a couple deep balls. And Greg Dulcich ain't doing it. Rondell Moore is a gadget player. He's like a little better than Isaiah McKenzie. AJ Green is done, like dust done. Like, so it's good that they got this kid. He's going to run I mean, there's not going to do a lot on Thursday. It's a short turnaround. But I mean, he might have a couple packages, which is good. But
Pick him up now if you
Yeah.
can. Why not take a
Yes.
flyer on that offense?
Okay, here's
It's not
where
going to
I'm
be
at
Greg
on this.
Dorsch.
I think when this was first announced that he was traded, I had heard Taylor say that he was actively pursuing him, not just on a waiver wire, but
Yep.
like if team had him, you were trying to offer some trades for him.
trade,
Like
yep.
you were trying to give up something for Robbie Anderson, which I would not recommend personally. And maybe like you said, I'm not going to say maybe I'm biased. I'm 100% biased.
You're 100%
As somebody who
biased.
lives in Charlotte and has watched way too many Panthers football games, Robbie Anderson, I don't know if it's just because he runs fast or maybe he's had a couple like big boom games where you're like, oh, I remember those.
He's the definition of a boomer
He's-
bust, and
No,
there's,
but
there's
he's-
not a lot of those anymore.
He's a bust or I don't know.
Or mega
He's
bust.
a bust first. He's a bust. I'd say, you say
He's a
boom
bust or
or
boom.
bust. Boom or bust implies that there's going to be more booms than bust. I'm going to say he's a bust or boom because this dude is not very good at football. He's good at running fast. He's good at upsetting coaches. And outside of that, I don't know. I've watched him run a good route a couple times, and he's right there. The ball's right there, and he just drops it. Like this man, I don't know what it is about him, but I don't like him. I don't like him in fantasy. And
Did his fantasy value improve or decrease, you think, with the trade?
I had to have improved, which is
Right.
making
That's what makes
making
it
me
exciting.
upset.
That's what
Isn't
makes it exciting. I don't know. I feel like you put two guys who don't know football together, him and Kyler, and somehow it works out. It's like opposites attract or something.
No, I don't know.
No.
I think, like you said,
We'll convince you,
fantasy
Justin, don't
value,
worry.
his fantasy value does increase. I'll give you that. And if he was on waivers,
Bye weeks are coming up. You're not taking a flex.
If
Just
he was
a
on
shot in the
waivers,
flex.
I would pick him up on waivers. Fine.
He's going against the Ravens. I don't even know their schedule, but if he's going against the Ravens the next couple weeks, you're not playing him.
He's playing this week. He's playing Thursday night. They already said he's out. They're gonna roll
Yeah, he's
him
going to
out
run
there.
like 3 routes. He
Yeah.
not
Well,
that he
that's
needs
good.
to know the
That's
full
all he
playbook
knows.
or knew the full playbook in Carolina, but he's not going to be heavily involved. I wouldn't DFS or any fantasy lineup, but pick him up for a stash.
Yeah, I think as a
Eventually
leftover, fair.
True or false? In the next 6 weeks, he's going to have a game over 20
He's
fantasy points.
playing the
Over
Vikings.
20 fantasy points?
He's
False.
playing the Vikings.
Over 16.
Vikings, Seahawks, and Rams next. Okay. Seahawks, he's going to have whatever your. I didn't hear your number.
Fine,
What
I'll
you
go
said?
14. Over 14 fantasy points.
In 3 games.
Yep. In the next
No,
6
no,
games.
no. In a game. He's saying a single game.
Oh,
14.
he's going to have 14 in Seattle.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm willing it into existence. Robbie Anderson. Dr. Robert Anderson.
He'll have a double-digit fantasy game in the next 3 or 4 games. Maybe I'll say even 4. Everything else will be under.
Is that not
10.
worth the stash then?
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
No. What, a 10-point fantasy game and then you're getting busted the rest of the outside?
I thought you said more. I thought you said more.
No, I said he'll have a double-digit. I'm saying 10. I'm saying literally he'll get to 10. I don't know.
All right.
We're getting a little too specific.
Robbie Anderson's it'll be a continuing topic. Don't worry. We got to move on from Robbie Anderson.
Yeah. Damn you, Robbie.
Some more leftovers. Tyquan Thornton has emerged on the Patriots, getting some targets. Bailey Zappi is electric for that offense. I hope they stick with him over Mac Jones. I think our Pro Football Docs expect that this week with the high ankle sprain for Mac Jones. He said he's like 85 to 90% healthy, so expect him to sit another week. Bailey Zappi on Monday night against the Browns. Tyquan Thornton. Is he a streamer option, Taylor, in the flex?
Who are they playing?
Browns on Monday night.
They already played the Browns
Sorry,
week 6.
Bears.
Yeah,
Bears.
sorry. I was looking at the box score.
Yeah.
I'll make sure. Tyquan Thornton is good. They drafted him in the 2nd round from Baylor, super fast. That's why he scored a rushing touchdown as well. He's great. It was his 3rd rush. He's great at end rounds. This is something Belichick hasn't really had as part of his offense in a while. He used to do a little bit with Edelman, Welker, Amendola. This is a nice little feature. This has nothing to do with Zappi. This is always going to be a fixture as part of the offense. For all the people that are trying to shade Devontae Parker, shame on you. Because like everybody knows Thornton's coming. So Parker was there to add a name to their
So it's going to be Jacoby Meyer and Tyquan Thornton.
Jacoby Myers is the man. He had 4 catches, 60 yards. That dude doesn't have bad games. He missed a couple weeks with a knee. Thornton wasn't there, so you didn't get to see Thornton have a role with Myers not there.
Right.
But I mean, what he did last game, he only had 4 catches, 37. I don't see him being like a volume guy, getting more than 5 catches probably, but he's going to break one eventually. He's going to get the yardage and everything. So that's a solid pickup. And the fact that we saw his dynamic in the run game too, I think that's huge. What did you say? 18% owned?
Yep.
Get him. Yeah.
We're going deep on the list. Another rookie. This is why it's the leftovers, though. Kyron Williams.
Oh, he's coming back because he had the foot injury. He can actually pass block. He can, sorry, Akers, but that's also why this is a big pick. People forgotten about him. I know Justin hasn't. He tried to start him week 1 because of Schefter's the knowledge. Now might be the time. He's coming off IR.
Only 14% owned.
He's been in my IR slot in 3 leagues, and
Henderson has done nothing. He's done
nothing with opportunity.
Yeah, he's done nothing with opportunity. So it's a full reign for Kyron. Kyron killed it at Notre Dame. He's such a good talent, super fast, cuts everything. He's a little small, so he probably is not going to take a full workload. But to be dynamic and get like 10 carries, he's decent in the pass game, not great. But
I stand by my conspiracy theory. At the beginning of the season,
the Schefter conspiracy. I agree with
that.
No,
you had the stats behind it. He had Mitchell. He had you walked me through. I remember you called me about it. You were I would do the same exact thing if
I'm not
did,
okay. I'm saying aside from Schefter, I stand by the fact that there was a role for him in week 1, and Cam Akers, he didn't get anything in week 1. Remember, we were like, "What's going on?" He didn't get anything. I think it's
Kyron Williams was the game
It was
plan.
supposed to be Kyron Williams doing it, doing his job, and they just didn't really game plan for anything for Akers. And I think the writing's on the wall. Akers already knew that coming into the season, and I think that's why that relationship soured, where they're like, all right, this dude's going to get work over me. What is this? And he's coming back in the next few weeks. I think he just knows that there's nothing there for him, and that's there's got to be more to it than that, because it's football, man. It's like a business. Just do your job, get paid millions. But I don't know. There's something else going on there that we're not seeing.
They moved on from Jake Funk. You got the chance to pick up the RB2 in a Rams offense. The only downside I would say is their O-line situation is messed up. Joe Noteboom's gone for the year. The Achilles, their front 3 has been out for a while. Brian Allen hopefully will be back after the bye this week. But
you always say that funny.
Brian Allen?
No, Achilles.
I
always hear it.
So yeah, we've been harping on it for a long time. Kyron Williams again. Kyron Williams fits in your IR slot.
Great warrior, right? Sorry,
Williams,
I'm stuck on that.
No,
Justin's actually trying to talk his 6 words or more. Yeah,
we've been saying it for weeks. Kyron Williams. We're not even saying drop somebody good. Just in the transition of
he's not going to get picked up during the bye.
When you're about to pick somebody else up, drop a player, pick Kyron Williams up first, put him in your IR, and then pick that player up. Like,
sorry, I made a weird noise.
Put him in your IR.
The key part about him too, he's been on IR for the past 4 weeks. You could have been
forgot about
stashing him already.
Yep.
Yeah,
you could have picked him up and stashed him.
Put him in your IR right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
He's
still do
just
that.
got designated return, I believe, today. Or so like
Did he?
Yeah. So like I said, your window. He's still technically on IR until he gets activated. So your window is definitely coming down. So what is it? You're losing time.
Yes.
Well,
Now is the time.
Yes.
We got other leftover to get to, but I just want to get your guys' take on the Melvin Gordon situation. Latavius Murray, is it clearly Latavius Murray from now on? They said he'd make up Melvin Gordon starting this week.
I haven't
They said
seen
they talked to Hackett, and he's like, I kind of got an answer.
Murray hasn't been good
He said,
since the Saints.
He said, don't fumble, and Melvin Gordon said, I'll try.
So he's not going to try. Dude,
Rah, rah.
That's what it sounds like.
He's been fumbling since Wisconsin. It's not changing. Latavius Murray, I think he's lost gas. He hasn't been good since the Saints. Ravens last year, he was plodding around. He would get touchdowns, but he's not dynamic. Like Drake is a good little thing they got. He had a good game this week. He's not a plotter. So like there's not anybody open that they can pick up. Murray was open for a reason.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah,
just got a hit
I
on his
picked up
brother.
Latavius Murray in our league specifically because it's a deeper league, right? We're starting 4 flexes. I'll take somebody who could potentially be a starter, or if not, like, you know what I mean? Like whoever's backing up Melvin Gordon has an opportunity. You guys, obviously, if you're watching the video of this podcast, you can see what's going on. They're obviously watching.
Sorry, we're watching the baseball
Phillies,
game.
Phillies
baseball.
Padres games going on. Taylor's a nut, so he can't
apologize.
stop himself.
No, you're good. You're good. That's
Nola crime just happened. Yeah.
Is
Sorry.
Mike Boone rosterable?
Mike
No.
Boone
Are we
is
just forgetting
not.
about him
no,
now?
I actually was when we first because everybody when you look at the roster, right?
Right.
And they're like, oh, he's the third guy. I remember calling a couple people I knew on Denver. This dude sucks at pass. I've realized pass pro must be like a big thing to be on the field. Mike Boone's terrible at pass pro. That everybody remembers. They tried to put him more on the receiving side. He dropped that big catch in the middle of the field. That kind of locked it in for him. So they signed Latavius was also
NFL's tough. You get one shot sometimes.
No, for sure. Latavius was on the practice squad before that game, so he wasn't really there yet. He's there now. So Boone's even less. I think he's above Boone.
But neither Latavius or Melvin Gordon are pass catchers, right? I mean, Gordon's a little more, but not Latavius at all. So I don't know.
I mean, they could try. They could try. I don't know.
I'm just upset.
I mean,
like in my fantasy research, I gotta like know how good running backs are at pass pro. Apparently,
I did sell Melvin Gordon.
Like it seems like this year is more apparent since like we're past. It's a passing
was
game
everyone
now.
supposed to know that about Cam Akers? Like that's rough.
Right.
I knew it out of school, but I didn't think it mattered for fantasy.
It didn't like until this year. I think there's no
big-
scoring either. It's just a rough year for fantasy.
No,
we're talking
definitely.
about buy selling. I sold Melvin Gordon as soon as Javonte Williams went down, and I cashed out, and I feel really good about that because Broncos, I don't want to touch them anymore. Like I went all in the beginning of the season.
Me too. I have
Glad-
so many
glad I got rid of
Sutton,
Judy,
Wilson.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sutton's on the block, bro. He's on the block. I don't know.
This was
he's-
his first week that he wasn't good though. He's been
Right.
consistently getting 6
Right.
and 74 every game. I wouldn't say Sutton's out the block. I would just Wilson. It's his fault.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now he's got a
Russell
hamstring,
Wilson.
so that's an avoid this week.
At every person we don't want to talk about it like injuries, and you're like, oh, he's got he's got hamstring. He's the kind of person I just see like it's fake. I always think the injury's fake, and then I assume there's a video about it, like like his cringy videos he does.
He's gonna detail in every
Don't call
video.
it a comeback.
I just think like everything he does is like a PR stunt, so including his hamstring
He
injury.
kind of did
But,
that with a
I mean,
finger, so maybe you're on something there, Dr. Bick. That's a bold
I don't
suggestion,
know.
though.
I remember covering that finger with you. That was a pretty significant finger break. But
Yeah.
that wasn't fake.
But the whole time back, it's like they counted me out. He had the comeback video,
Yeah.
like all branded.
No, he's like Brady. He's got his brand, and like they do a lot of videos and stuff. But him, it's just like Brady. If he gets hurt, I'll just be like, "Oh, you're old" or whatever. But like Wilson, I think like his injuries are fake.
You can't
He's a
play
goober,
future in the
bro.
locker room. It's just there's a lot.
I shouldn't say that, but
Russell Wilson's a
I don't
goober.
trust him.
Are we all on the
I
same?
have no
I think
trust.
Yeah,
Wilson's a goober. He's
that's
a
a fair point.
goober. Did you
one
say-
last-
He's such
No,
a
real
goober. You're
quick, real
correct.
quick.
You're
And
correct,
this is. I don't want to get out of tangent here. I just want to mention it. Did you guys hear? It was Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman talking on a podcast.
Yes.
And it was like, yeah, reach out, text him, and they're like, well, yeah, his
Dude,
handler.
Yeah.
No one has his number.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Who is that? Who
That's
does
weird,
that?
though?
Marshawn
don't know.
Lynch. If you don't want Marshawn Lynch to contact you, I'm giving Marshawn Lynch my personal cell if I ever see him in the real life.
Because he's gonna randomly invite you to like Thailand.
Hey, we're having
and,
a
like,
Skittle
you're gonna
party.
Go. Yeah,
Skittle party.
I'll go.
Yeah.
No,
No,
that
but
is
like
really
no,
weird.
I saw that too, Justin. I'm glad that you didn't see it because like it's your general reaction on here. Because like no, it's disgusting. Like these guys want a title for him, not with him.
Nope, for him.
Yeah.
So like the act like that it's disrespectful. I think.
He's better than you, and he knows it.
but he doesn't.
No,
I mean,
but he
he's not. I
doesn't.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely does think that, but he's not. Yeah, it's just a shame because like he's talented. It's just he's crazy. Yeah.
All right, the last leftover. It's cold on the plate, and then we'll get to Shootout and Droughts. Jahan Dotson. Maybe take a look at him. I mean, his hamstring, maybe he's another week or two away, but he's definitely been forgotten about. And Taylor Heineke might be a slight upgrade on Carson Wentz. So I'd take a look at him. Maybe roster him. Maybe play him in 2-3 weeks. I don't know
Yeah.
what buys anyone's got coming up, but
I
he's
think,
not a bad streamer.
I think, Jahan Dotson, I would scoop him up and just see what
I
happens.
don't even know why he's open. Honestly, I know 30% is a lot. He was not bad his first couple weeks. He was killing it. He
Like
seemed like
2 touchdowns,
him and
3
Wentz had
games,
that Pennsylvania connection. Past Eagle, Penn Stater. So they were doing well. Like I don't even think like his thumb was going to stop that, or the finger, right?
No, exactly.
Finger. So
Finger.
I actually think Heineke coming back, who can stretch the field, that might be good for Dotson. That's going to be good for the entire offense.
He's been in that offense before, so he's going to step in and have a chance to be effective immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
McLaurin owners right now are rejoicing. They're like, please God, get this man the ball. Like Terry McLaurin it's been sad, like just so depressing.
Poor guy.
Which is bad because
Hope
I
Curtis
really
Samuel
like him.
gets back to his winning ways too. So
Yeah, that'd be
we'll
nice
see.
too. Yeah.
All right, shootouts and droughts. The highest over/under point totals of the week. We pick who we think is going to be a shootout and which droughts to avoid. Lions at Cowboys, 48.5.
Giants, Cowboys.
Lions at Cowboys.
Sorry,
The
Lions.
most exciting offense in the league coming off a bye.
I'm
Bro,
gonna
I'm
say
watching
off
that.
a bye, they're gonna score like 20 points. If
DeAndre Swift may be back.
Mm.
Amon Ra, a week better from the
That's
ankle.
good.
Count on him.
that's
definitely.
good. That's good.
DJ Chark maybe hopefully got the ankle rest he needs. Taylor doesn't think
It was
so.
inflammation from the ankle break from last year. That's not getting better.
But anytime an injury goes across multiple seasons, he's not
Yeah.
a week
I think
better.
we're getting shootout
but
here. I think we're getting shootout here. Well, Dallas defense is pretty good, but Dak's back, so they're
So
going to score
that's
points
the one
too.
thing. Dak's back, and what that means is CeeDee Lamb's back to fantasy relevance. If Dalton
Schultz
Schultz
maybe?
plays, then he's gonna at least be a red zone threat
It's a
until he
boost-
gets his knee better.
Boost for Zeke and boost for Pollard.
And
Biggest boost for Pollard maybe.
Jalen Tolbert, can we please figure yourself out? Because I love you. Like I want you to do something good. But I told Justin this.
I asked
he's
you about
mad at
Noah
me.
Brown and
Yeah.
you said no.
I just no. I don't know. I don't like him.
He had a couple
I don't
weeks of
think
Cooper
so.
Rush.
No, it's because Cooper Rush and him used to throw together.
Yeah,
on the
the
swap.
Gallup's back,
Yeah.
so they're back relying on Gallup.
Yeah. Why are they not taking Noah
I'm
out?
calling that a shootout for sure. I think that's going to be this. Yeah, I don't. Both. There's obviously merit to both. The Lions have an explosive offense because their defense is so bad and they just throw a lot. So I think you're going to get a lot of like second half Lions in this game.
The Cowboys do have a very good defense. That's the one thing I'll
true.
say.
Right.
They could shut
That's
it
why
down.
I think the Lions might be a root for awakening coming off the bye.
Bigger shootout than Seahawks at Chargers,
Well,
51.5.
Seahawks don't
3
play
points
any
higher.
defense. Chargers, J.C. Jackson also doesn't play any defense currently with his ankle issue. So
Lockett with the hamstring though he picked up last week. That might be a little. I mean, he played last week, but he was a decoy. 2 targets, 3 targets, I think it was.
like a week better, I still don't. Yeah, that might be a multi.
Don't know if I trust him, but
yes.
DK Metcalf, this is his game.
Yes, I think so. I agree with that.
Yeah, this
Kenneth
game's definitely
Walker is
gonna
the
be
real deal in that offense too.
Chargers
You
Yeah,
never
they
want to
just
see never want to see a Rashad Penny injury. I know I'm a little too close to the situation, but Kenneth
Never-
Walker should have been the starter.
You never want to see it, but you know you're gonna. Like
No,
you
for
come into
sure.
a
Yeah.
season and you know it's coming. Like it's here.
It's like, don't make it that bad. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm just saying. I mean, he's really good when he's healthy, but let's be honest,
Yeah.
he's not.
Anyways, Chiefs at Chargers is same point total as Lions Cowboys. I don't know. That's probably even an under, but the Chiefs are scoring like 30 by themselves. But the Niners aren't doing anything on offense. Niners are possibly without 8 defensive starters.
I thought
Noah,
it was 10.
you're upgrading it. 10,
No,
8 defensive starters,
That's
10
nuts.
total.
No, 8 defense
Yeah.
starters is crazy. I was lying. That's hard to come by. And like you said, it might be an under for one. The Niners aren't doing a lot. I know Ayuk had
Chiefs defense has been playing decent. Usually that's their weak spot, but it's actually been better.
Well, they had those corner issues, so we'll see if Fenton can come back. McDuffie, I believe his window was activated, but he's designated. He hasn't
Jimmy
been
G's not the
activated
guy to
yet.
exploit that anyways.
He hasn't exploited anything except someone in a mall. But it's okay. Don't do that. Don't say that, guys. Niners, though, their run game, they need to figure it out because Jeff Wilson, terrible last week. And if they still have the same issues at bookend, we don't know how well Trent Williams is.
Elijah Mitchell's still on the horizon, probably another 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so it doesn't looking good with the bookends out. So they need to manufacture another way to score, and that, like you said, that might not work this week.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Kittle either. Is he going to be chipping on both sides? Or are they just going to jailbreak and let him?
He had 8
go
for
underneath?
83.
You have to start him. He's like,
Kittle. Yeah.
He had 8. You guys talked about
talked
having
about tight ends,
four catches for 40 is a good game. He had 8 for 83. That's
That's
great
your
game,
third
you guys.
best wide receiver,
Yeah,
right? That's like,
exactly.
that's third best wide receiver
Yeah.
numbers, and you'd be
So
happy
no,
with
I
that.
think that's okay. Yeah.
last one, Falcons at Bengals, 47.5. I think we saw all the Falcons offense we're going to see. I think we saw last week. But
Falcons cover every against spread.
how are we 40 minutes of the podcast? We haven't even talked Kyle Pitts' inaugural touchdown.
Oh yeah,
In America. In America.
Yeah.
That makes it inaugural.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's it. I mean, yeah.
Is that
you
what
got-
that means?
take the touchdown away and keep the yards. It still looks bad. Like it's
Yeah.
just like you're
You
right
guys
there.
are all excited. I was like, is this the
Of
ceiling?
course, I'm excited.
3 for 19 and a touchdown.
Yes,
I mean, I know that's like tight end 1 territory.
that's
like
tight
this
end
year,
one
but
right there. You get a tutty, you're in the top 12. That's it. That's
he's
it.
a top tier. Yeah.
We'll say that.
I'll say one
Teddy
thing real
Ruxpin,
quick
yeah.
about the Bengals defense. They suck.
Yeah.
They suck bad. And
Is
the
this from your
Falcons-
observing standpoint? Like you're
Yes.
Robbie Anderson? Okay, no, I got
This
you.
is a very analytical take right here, and I
That's
broke
fine.
it
No,
down. I
that's-
spent hours crunching the numbers. Bengals suck on
Bengals
defense.
suck.
The
That's what the numbers
Saints
say.
lit them up last week, and it just that's with Andy Dalton and not a lot going on. Falcons are going to score points in this game, so yeah. And the Bengals offense is good. Obviously, Jamar Chase looked. Burrow had a great game. We put him in the dud category, and he came back, and we got a great game from Burrow. So
That's how you're supposed to do it, right?
yeah,
Logan Wilson, their linebacker, is going to be the interesting loss. I mean,
He's their leading tackler.
the
That's
Falcons
big.
and the Falcons ran a million times. It's just annoying that they do it with a committee of 2 guys that should not be a committee.
So Huntley, go back to the practice squad.
He's the same runner as Algier.
You're
I mean,
ruining
we
my
were all-
Algier shares.
I was
yeah.
we were high on Algier to start the year. I mean, it was preseason. We were reaching a little bit, but he looks a little slow.
let's just wrap it up.
Yep.
Did it?
All right.
Did it?
I was gonna say, wow, that was the worst wrap up. No one
We're
wanted to
done.
take that.
Let's
Backing
wrap it up.
in.
Nope. And we're just giving
You
the
just
gift without a
mute-
wrapping paper. we're just handing
No.
it to you.
No, I'm gonna
I
go
just
ahead
want like
and
packaging wrap and just like that's my ending.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I promise I'll be better next week. I'll be ready to start and take the full minutes. You know.
Yeah, we appreciate your valiant effort, Justin.
Yeah,
You
what
know,
if we
you're a
didn't? What if we
key
didn't make
member
you
of the
feel
team
bad?
here.
Yeah, what if we didn't make you feel bad? You were still gonna do 6 words?
No, I was never gonna do 6 words. I just wanted to make fun of PJ Tucker scoring 6 points last night. That was
Happy
it.
NBA season, guys.
Back.
Maybe-
NBA season's
I know,
back,
you suck
baby.
it in, yeah. It
Okay,
is.
all right. We'll catch you guys next week. And again, go to sixscore.com, get all the injury analysis. Yeah, I mean,
including
we
NBA stuff.
Yeah, including NBA. Any sport you want to get some injury analysis from, we'll be doing it over at sixscore.com.
You send us some rugby, we'll look at it. I don't know if we'll write about
I
it,
mean,
but we'll look at it.
You'd be surprised how many DMs and tags we get on Twitter of people like, what's going on over here in the Quidditch realm? Like Ron Weasley got hurt.
We're not
real-
recording anymore, right?
Oh, no, we're recording.
Ron Weasley, LP.
Yep.
Yes.
You know,
All right.
illness.
I got hit by the bludgeon. I did.
Bye. Farewell.